right. So tonight we're going to get into watching the Kombat cast that just aired not so long ago. I don't know some of the characters that are going to be introducing it. I think Smoke, like the newer characters. Maybe Ashrah, Havoc. Although I know I saw Smoke in there somewhere. I hope that they do some Reptile, because Reptile he's looking the best he has ever have in this game that he ever will. It's in any of the Mortal Kombat games. This is probably the best Reptile we have ever seen. I am really enjoying that they're going like the bright, vibrant stages to like the dark, dank, dirty, like hell. I really do. It's just not just more of the same as in some of the Mortal Kombat. They're giving us a whole bunch of variety with it, and I really do enjoy that. But without further ado, let's get into this real quick and see what they're talking about.
The Kombat cast starts now.
All right, and welcome to the new Kombat cast. We're so excited to be back. I know it's been a while. Been very busy getting some trailers out there. We've been at Evo, which we'll talk about in a little bit. There it is. Yep.
I was waiting for it.
Kombat cast. There it is.
Very excited.
Wow.
Okay. So here's the deal. We're going to introduce ourselves. I am Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
I am Derek Kurtzik, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
Hi, I'm Tiago, and I am a art development director, also here at NetherRealm Studios.
Oh.
Weird.
Oh,
we all work together.
What are the chances?
So today we're going to talk with Tiago in a little bit about sort of creating stages and how that whole system works. And then after that, Stephanie's going to come by and we're going to run through some characters with you. We have Geras today, Ashrah, and Smoke.
Oh.
So we're going to do a character breakdown of all
okay.
three of those characters. And at the end of the stream today, we're going to have a fight that QA put together, which again, like they did last time, is awesome, with Lee May and I believe Smoke.
What
with
about
a fun little fatal ending, I would say.
What about the belt battle?
It's coming back.
It's coming back?
Not today.
Oh. I have something for that.
Go ahead.
He's scared, folks. He's scared.
Very scared of the belt battle.
We do freaking Discord soundboard
soon. Other than that, so that's well, we got new collectibles, by the way.
Oh.
New collectibles from Sideshow and Iron Studios.
Nice.
Classic Sub and Scorpion.
That's Scorpion and that's Sub-Zero.
That is correct. That is why you're the art development director. Is that what it is?
Hey,
yeah.
Nice to meet you all. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
First thing down, he knows some of the characters in the game.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
So before we start, if you weren't watching during the Evo broadcast from the finals, we did show a new trailer.
Oh, and it's a good one.
And it got. First of all, thank you so much for all the kind comments about it.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. It's kind of it was kind of a thing.
You know
it's kind of a thing.
You know, let's just take a look at it right now.
What?
Let's do it.
Again?
Oh, this is the Geras trailer? Oh, this is Reptile. Okay.
Earthrealmers aren't ready to see the real me. So how does it work?
Like I said, Reptile, this is the best Reptile has ever looked. I really do enjoy it.
That I could take human form made me a freak among my people.
It looks like everybody on Twitter was like, oh God, he's hot.
Run out. You misread my intentions, princess.
I think he gets mid-body transformations is very cool.
I am Ashrah, demon of the Netherrealm. I appear nearly human because I've purged most evil from my soul. My sister demons were furious at my change of heart.
Ooh, can we see more Cyrax and Sector? Please.
Ashrah and Sizos, come. The monks must prepare you for war. You will accept chaos by choice.
It's so crazy that they added Havoc.
To free another is a heinous proposition.
Rip over his arm and beat somebody with it. And look at the Forest of the Dead. This looks absolutely crazy. They can give us the bright, vibrant stages, and then they can go back to more updated, tried and true Dark Dank. Just more combat staples. Damn.
They're out for you too, Sizos. To catch me, they must see me. Huh? Damn.
The reptile is gonna look so freaking cool. So they have Striker in this with the tase to the neck. The demon character next to Havoc. I know that was Lee May. I think it was Lee May. Ooh. I'm asking you real questions. When are they gonna add Movado?
Take your chaos elsewhere.
So can damn. Now, can Reptile turn invisible during some of his combos? Because if he can, good luck trying to block that.
There we are. The Banished, new trailer. Showed it at EVO. Thank you again, like I was saying earlier, for all the amazingly kind comments about it. Awesome. Just like the team. I mean, obviously, you see a trailer like that, there is just all hands are in that somewhere, and it's just a beautiful trailer. People thought maybe it was just going to be Reptile. With a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it really is showing off the 3D era characters, and we're bringing them back. We've listened. We're excited to like put a new spin on some of these characters that people haven't seen for 16 years or so, right? And
yeah, Ashrah.
New life and new personalities.
When's the last time I haven't spin in a game?
Reptile probably the coolest he's been in quite some time.
Thank you.
The cutest.
And the cutest.
Let us go one by one. We'll start with you, Tiago. About what was your what stood out to you about the trailer? What part made you excited?
There's really two things. I'm gonna pick one, but like
you can do two. You're our guest.
You're I'm gonna do two. Okay, first,
I'm
like an old school Reptile guy. I love Reptile, so just seeing him again and seeing the fan reaction to him has been incredible. So that's awesome. But also seeing the corrupted living forest.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
We see a spooky living forest, not the really nice, cute one.
People were wondering if there's some of the dark stages would be returning, and the Banished trailer
starts with a banger of a dark.
It starts with a really dark.
Yeah,
one.
there's like
give us all those dark stages and give us some bright,
I'm not
new and bright
ready to
ones.
talk about that one yet, you know, we'll just have to wonder what that one is.
There.
Okay.
They're there. They are there.
Okay.
Mr. Kurtzik.
Yeah. For me, it was Havoc punching the opponent during the fatal blow so much that he breaks his own hands off and then stabs them in the head with the bones. I think it's awesome. I love it.
Awesome. Mine would be the Reptile, the death roll.
Oh, yeah.
Just the plop, 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 plop. I love that. It's brutal and just it's super imaginative coming from a reptile like that. Like
absolutely.
We all know what that death roll is.
We've all been there.
I was hitting you with that yesterday.
You were hitting me with that yesterday. I do remember that. Well, that's great.
See? Tyler, salty about losing.
I don't know.
Salty.
Yeah.
You lost too, though.
I did. Hey, you know, it was about the fun we had.
It was, and that's what it's all about. So let's talk real quickly. tell us your job. What do you do?
Well, he
here?
told us his job. He
So
started with that.
I'll get into it. So I'm an art development director, which means that I help the development of characters and environments. So I work with our extremely talented in-house art team and our external partners.
Who do amazing work.
Incredible work. All the credit goes to them. I'm here, but like really all the love and admiration goes to them because yeah, they have put together
Yeah,
some
what's a
incredible
game without his art
this
direction?
game, and we're
And he really
proud
put
of
put
what
his
the
And the level
game
of
looks
his
like.
detail
foot in that
there
art
is in
direction if he had
literally everything.
anything
Yeah.
And even the fun little
contributing
Easter eggs.
to how Reptile
Ooh,
looks.
there's a lot of fun little Easter eggs. We've been able to put a lot of them in the environments, and we're really happy about that.
I feel like almost like I mean the stage is just every game they keep getting better, keep getting more intricate, and they tell their own story. They're
Yeah.
like they're almost like a character within the game themselves. There's stuff going on in the background you got to keep your eye on. It's really
Absolutely, absolutely. And with the new consoles, right, like we've been able to do much more in the backgrounds than we've been able to in the past. And we have things like the lighting scenarios and things like that that really kind of help give you some visual variety to the levels.
And give it life.
And give it life.
Gives it life.
cool. Let's talk kind of start to finish how this occurs.
Yeah. So I brought some artwork along with me, so we can we're gonna look at some concepts of the living forest, and we're gonna look at some speeds first. So if you want to cue them up, the first, our first step here when we start designing a background is we start with these speeds. Now we say speeds, but these are pretty fleshed out concepts, and full credit goes to our environment concept artist in the studio here, Joe Zanko. Who did a number of these. There should be 3 of these if you want to kind of,
How
go
long
through
does a
them
speed
real quick.
take?
It really depends on the level of like completeness that we get to them. I would say these probably, between all of them, about a week to get a sheet of them done.
It's funny they're called speeds, but then they're full blown pieces of art.
They are full-blown pieces of art. And what we do with these speeds is we find areas of interest in them and then kind of combine them into a final concept, right? So we'll find like, hey, we like the way this tree looks in this one, or we like the composition of this speed.
Pick and choose,
and we kind of combine it and Frankenstein it.
It's like an amalgamation of like many speeds into one thing that everybody agrees on.
Everyone agrees on, yeah. So we have a final concept with like a top-down kind of a view here. Here we go. So this is what the final concept for Living Forest looks like. And then we also do a top-down to just kind of help.
I don't think of like other stages in Mortal Kombat that I might like.
And this really helps
Although,
our 3D
aside from like the Living Forest, like nothing really too much stands out. Maybe the Coliseum in 9 and 10. I want to say. Yeah, which ones had the combat kids in it?
On the fight line.
I think I was 10. I had a Takeda, Jackie.
And it really kind of gives you that cool.
Yeah, I think.
Is there any fun little creatures or anything?
Also,
inside that
maybe, and
environment?
also a little bit 11 too.
There's a lot of fun little things like the whole idea behind the Living Forest. This game, if you want to pull up the pan, we can talk up. Yeah, here we go. So a lot of the fun little things with this version of the Living Forest has been that the trees are almost like these ancestral kind of guardians that like they're tied to different families. So you have almost like offerings at the base of all of those trees of people that coming into the Living Forest year after year, kind of depositing these different offerings to the trees. And we have like little baby trees too that are just
little
starting
baby
out.
trees. Oh, little baby trees.
Little baby trees.
These trees don't look like they want to eat anybody.
They don't. No, these are really nice trees.
Did you get the 5-legged deer in or no?
That's for something else.
Oh, gotcha.
And just like the sweet like God rays coming through the trees, and like it's great how like as you see it pan, how deep you can see, how far back the forest actually goes.
Exactly.
And just adding that depth to a fighting game, it makes it feel so living and so living.
It's a forest.
That's living.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just cool to see how deep it can go.
Absolutely. And even with things like JT, who does all of our lighting with the different lighting scenarios, right? Like even the different lighting scenario for Living Forest gives it a completely different vibe, right?
That's
like
awesome.
We've seen it in a couple of trailers.
So
in
it
the
is.
past, but
Is your?
yeah,
Can
I
there be
think
like
it
day and
really
night
helps.
cycles
So,
of each
huge shout out
stage?
to the
That'd be
lighting
kind of cool.
guys, to the environment guys,
The
Corey,
art team
Pico,
all around.
everyone.
Absolutely.
Like honestly, fantastic work.
Thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to add about like
Beating
stages,
Tyler.
beating
Oh,
me?
sorry.
What some of your favorite things about your job are? Anything
Oh
like that?
man, I think the best thing about my job is just the people I work with, right? I know I'm gonna get sick of you guys are gonna get sick of me just shouting people out, but like really, it is such a group effort. Everyone here is putting in hard work to make this thing look as good as it can, and
And it really shows too. Like Mortal Kombat is changing.
Just the response
I
we've gotten
think
to
for
a
the
lot of
better.
stages that people saw in the trailer. I hope those definitely.
And
they make you all
absolutely,
because they're just like
it makes us so happy.
Especially like with like
so
the
many
face
cool
tech, it's
comments
just
about
they
it, 'cause people
the
were
face
like,
you can emote, show more
"Stages
emotion with the
beautiful,
face
bright,
a whole lot
where's
more.
Dar- oh, well,
Oh, you brought the
It's-
darkness.
Here's
you
some
are.
darkness.
Yeah,
Here's
so-
some darkness.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to seeing what Mortal Kombat has in the future.
Well, thank you
And, like,
so
the first
much
combat
for
pack
coming
came
by and
out,
showing this
was like,
stuff.
okay.
Stages look awesome. Such a big part of the game.
I really
Such a
am not
dope
feeling
character in the
like,
game,
say,
and
like
it's so
Ermac's
flavorful
design.
and awesomeness to
I'm
it.
excited for people
Quan
to get their
Chi,
hands
I
on
mean,
it.
Quan Chi's
Go
Quan Chi.
through
You really can't
Very
Inch.
soon.
Yeah,
It's very soon.
mess that up, or yeah, I mean, you
So
can't.
we'll let you,
You
get
can't
back
really
to doing some stage
change
stuff,
it up.
looking at some speeds. No,
Eh.
Probably.
Give or
Yeah,
take.
I probably got to do that.
Yeah, I know
Old
what
man
I'm talking about.
Takeda.
So we're gonna play you a quick trailer. You probably already seen about our DLC, but it's still awesome. So we're gonna show it again so we can get Stephanie in behind and you can get out. So,
I'm gonna lay down on the back there.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
fine by me.
I'm
Just
gonna
wanna
miss
hang
you.
out.
Don't leave.
I won't.
So thank you very much for coming,
Thanks for having me.
and we will be back shortly with some character breakdowns.
The battle between good and evil is eternal.
This is for the combat pack. I was just speaking it. They couldn't give Ermac the mask. They couldn't give Ermac the mask, really?
All right, awesome DLC trailer. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but it's always cool to see. So excited.
Homelander.
Peacemaker.
Ermac for me. So we have three, and the rest.
Yes.
Sorry about them all.
Yeah.
Ermac's your guy. He was
yes.
your MK9 main when I first met you.
Ermac was the first main I really ever. I mean, I played the arcade games, but like
Yeah.
when I was deeply into it, first main I ever had.
True.
So very exciting. Let's welcome Stephanie
Hello.
to the cast. Going to go over some characters today. Very excited about that. Before we do that, I want to talk about our trip to Evo.
Oh yeah.
I think just on behalf of all of us, I'd like to thank everyone who was able to be there and play the game and give us such wonderful compliments and things you want to see different. Like that's the thing about these things. People, that's awesome.
Right.
But we got so many great comments, and it was just really cool seeing everyone and hanging out and watching you play the game and enjoy it. Comments?
Yeah, it's super fun when you see people do like the fatal blows or the fatalities for the first time, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Now, who are they
and
gonna do
laughing
first?
and
Is they
enjoying
gonna
it.
do
It's awesome because you work on
Geras,
something for
Ashrah, and Smoke? I
I've
hope they
seen
do
one
Smoke
do
first.
fatality.
Smoke is probably the most one I'm
Yes.
interested
And
in.
seeing someone see it for the first time.
I think Smoke is either Smoke
that is
or
it's a great feeling.
You sometimes forget.
Rain
you
or
so
Fusion,
working on
who has the
game,
around the
getting
world
that
kick.
excitement from the
Right.
new
I think it's
eyes.
Fusion.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
Derek.
I think.
Well, my favorite thing about Evo was
I just wanna-
the fans
my,
getting
Smoke
to spend time with the
teleports.
fans, influencers in our booth, like hanging out with them, finally meeting some of them that we've been watching for years, right? And then also these sweet ass shoes. Big fan of these sweet ass Evo shoes.
nice.
Love those. But really just hanging out with the fans and like seeing them go from the end of the line up to playing and then being like, I'm getting back in line because they just love the experience. And also there was some updates and changes, right? A little bit of a movement change, right?
People liked that.
And people really dug that, and it just goes to show, yeah, we're always listening, and everything's still a work in progress, right?
Right.
Yes.
And that should be said right now too about just the gameplay you're going to see. There might be things that change. I think remember correctly, there's a combo I created called the Dundee with Kano, which
Yep.
worked for some streams, and then some balances.
It went
happened. It went
went
bye-bye.
bye-bye.
I still hear about the Dundee. Real quick, for me about Evo, the being on stage and being able to
And that's not.
take
I
the
would
trailer
love to go to
what was really
Evo.
fun and interesting and cool. Like a bucket
Would
list experience.
absolutely
Being able to show that for our entire
love
team
love
here
love
and
to go
be
to
sort of
Evo next year.
them for a moment.
The
was really
crowd in
thank
there
you,
was
Rick,
absolutely crazy.
yeah.
Just watching it
for
on live
giving us,
stream.
the opportunity to show our game
Just-
and things like that.
And Evo just was great. It was absolutely great.
Yeah.
Had
Watching
such
on
a
live stream
wonderful
is-
time. Stephanie, what
I was
your
getting
favorite
exhausted. I couldn't
moment?
imagine being
it's
within
gotta
the
be the grand
stadium.
finals of the MK11 tournament. What a tremendous ending for not just that tournament, but kind of the competitive life of MK11 as the main stage game.
What do I hate the most?
Mirror matches.
That mirror match was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
incredible. My heart was pounding. I was completely invested in the moment. It could have gone either way. It ended in a crushing blow.
Right.
You can't write drama better than that.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yep. Congrats, Ninja Killer.
Yes.
Great
Yes.
job. Great job.
And everyone who competed throughout the lifetime.
The twins, the entire top six, everyone who entered, and yeah, the entire last few years. I think MK11, definitely every game we release, the level of play gets higher and higher. You know, players now train better, have better online,
Right.
just smarter, more experienced, and all that, and that just continued with 11.
And my main guy, Foxy Grandpa.
Yes.
Keep being Foxy.
Let's talk about.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, there's people will call them the goats of the game. Mine is probably Foxy, just for his consistency.
Very few people played MK9 at the highest level and have continued in every game we release.
If there's
It
a
is
top
very
8, Foxy
impressive.
will 1000% be there.
And he's hella cheeky.
Cheeky. Good one. There we go. So that was Evo. Thank you again for showing up. If you were able to be there, and if not, hopefully you'll be able to see everything on stream.
Yep.
And really enjoy it because it was great for us and just much appreciated. Let's move on.
Are we
right,
doing
you wanna
this?
see
We jumping
Smoke?
in?
Yep, we're going to talk about Smoke today. So today we're going to talk about we're taking a character from a bunch of different trailers. We're doing
Right.
Smoke. Then we're going to do Ashrah.
Ashrah.
And then Geras.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so let's start with Smoke. I
Good.
think when you think
Start
about
smoking.
Smoke throughout the last 30 years now, I think mobility is one of the things I think of. You look at when he was a secret character in MK2, he had super fast walk speed. He could
Yeah, so
walk over
how-
and throw you in like 2 seconds.
Isn't
Then you look at MK3, he had
dash
Human
blocking
had the teleport punch, and then
or
Robot had the
block
teleport
dashing
uppercut, and
kind of a
Falcon,
thing in this
Nine, you had
again?
Phase,
is very
Shade,
very
Smoke bomb,
higher than usual
teleport.
mobility?
I think he's always been a character that can get in.
Always had mobility. Always
Exactly.
had mobility and ways to close the gap and also be right on top of you. Teleport punch.
Right. He's dangerous from full screen anywhere you want to hit a button. He has an opportunity to blow you up for it, and that continues in MK1. So let's take a look.
Let's do it.
But first, let's talk about his normal attacks.
Okay.
One of the new things you might notice is he has this knife, which is a karambit, which is from Indonesia, I believe. And he uses it in most of his normal attacks. You can see he has this slicey dice.
Slicey dice, yep. He's just cutting you up.
Low slice.
There goes your Achilles.
He uses it in his uppercut. Jabs.
Yeah, all right, cool guys. You guys
Bro.
teleports.
Oh,
Where's
right-
smoke
right
bomb
under
though?
the
I want
mouth.
a smoke
That's the
bomb.
worst.
Poof.
Yeah.
Another noteworthy thing about his normal attacks is he has a really good long distance overhead, which is his back two.
Yep, that definitely that covers some space. That's for dang sure. And that's gonna put him right where he wants to be up close, right?
Exactly. And it is complemented by a low that could be a combo starter.
So he's got instantly the low overhead mix-ups.
Exactly.
The blender.
The blender.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's going to be an awesome mix-up character. So let's go over his special moves. You can kind of see how he plays up close. So how is he going to get that 50-50 going?
Yeah.
So the first thing we'll talk about is his anti-air options. One of his brand new special moves is this anti-air night toss.
Ooh.
Jump.
Oh, nailed it.
Oh, he dragged him.
Jump again. And if he EX it, he pulls you right up with a bunch of recovery. And then you can actually go into your mix-ups.
Right. So he has his own kind of get over here, if you will.
Exactly.
And he's controlling
That's
this guy.
really cool.
Yeah. So he also has a new take on the classic smoke bomb. He throws the smoke bomb into the air and then will drop down. This will track the opponent. So up close. you'll be
All right, yeah, I was just talking about
even
it. Give me
full
smoke
screen.
bombs.
Always go behind them, and it's an overhead.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So
Now.
constantly closing the distance.
Exactly. So if you read a projectile, if you think it's crouch blocking because of the with a low, you can go for that. And the EX version has an extra special property. Instead of dropping down and doing that attack, he'll just drop down and he'll be invisible.
Because that's what you want, is to deal with somebody with overheads and lows and invisible.
You could turn
Yeah,
invisible.
sounds
If
like
you
great.
were thinking, I don't know, that back tube, I bet I could react to that.
Right.
Excuse me.
How do you react to an overhead that you literally
Can't
cannot
see.
So
Spamming stuff.
Yeah.
by
Exactly.
design,
Slow pokes. Get.
So another
by
special
design,
is
yeah. So
classic teleport.
50-50
This time it starts
overhead,
below, then
low,
goes into the teleport.
while
Oh,
invisible.
cool. Yeah.
So if you EX it, you get a combo.
How are you
And that
blocking that?
punch is very like throwbacky to like
Exactly.
MK3
It's like a
robot.
new take on
You
robot
s-
Smoke.
Love it. I love
He
it.
turns invisible. Good luck trying to decide.
Oh, okay. Something I will never do. Nope. I commit. Okay. At all times.
You do.
And there's a fun property. If
Oh.
you EX cancel it, he turns invisible.
Okay, so you can go invisible in other ways.
I
on.
tried to find you, but you punched me first.
And lastly, he has a new take on his phase teleport move. He will phase through, go full screen no matter where you are, and go in with its attack. And this can be used not just to close the gap and check the opponent, but it can go under fireball. So,
Ooh.
please fireball.
Let's see if you can do it. Oh, wow. First time Lanny.
There
Wow.
you go.
Wow.
And this can also be canceled.
I was just going to ask.
Full screen teleport.
So instead of,
Full screen
you know, you make a
teleports can
hug with a
turn
projectile and have a
invisible.
cover, you can actually stop right in front of them and get a full punish.
And go into your business.
Overhead
Don't
overhead
business.
teleports
Exactly. If
with
they're blocking,
invisibility.
you can go ahead and
How
stop
are
in
you
front of them,
blocking
go
this?
for
You gotta
a
guess.
jump over,
Or back
throw,
away and have
whatever you want.
the backup
Cool.
character trying to
Did you
do
do a throw
something.
yet?
I did.
I'm not
Oh,
mad
okay.
of it.
How?
Oh, yeah, under the mouth. Ugh. Didn't want to see it again. Just kidding.
When you're playing Smoke, what kind of what are you looking for in a cameo?
Great question, and I'm always a big fan of pointing out that you could show up on your weaknesses. Like, you'll notice he doesn't have a traditional projectile. So
Correct.
you could give him someone like Sonya who has ring toss. Or you can double down on what you have and maybe get even bigger combos. Or maybe you can use someone who has new combo starters and mix-ups options. But what I picked here is Cameo Sub-Zero, who makes counter zoning even better because he has a really nifty, tricky move where he coats you in ice armor and you become projectile immune.
Oh,
Oh.
So let's wait for it to refresh. For
sure.
let me turn this up a little bit. You have
Fireball
ice.
me.
You have
He is literally just absorbing fireballs and can walk you
fireball
down.
and
He's taking no damage
vulnerability.
from
Oh,
that?
that's so
Correct.
cool.
He could also turn invisible. And
To
have
do
a-
it
But now
Oh,
I
that-
want to spam it out now.
even works while invisible.
Yeah, so
That's
you wanna
cool.
know,
All
One
right.
of the best things to do when someone's invisible is to start spamming projectiles. And
Right.
you can hit a stray while he's trying to move around. He can literally use Sub-Zero, become projectile immune, be invisible, teleport behind you, and then start doing 50-50.
That's very sneaky.
He is sneaky.
That's
I
very
think,
Yeah, they
Sneaky
even said it was
ninja.
50-50.
That's a great keyword there, ninja, because I don't think Smoke's ever been this much of a ninja, in my opinion. I think it's pretty rad.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm loving it. I think it's very...
Smoking.
You know me, I'm one of those in-your-face kind of players.
You do like rushing down.
Nothing but risk.
I think I had to remind you of the block.
Oh, I think smoke
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
for
probably.
me.
And yeah, he definitely feels like he's going to be high risk, but really, really flashy, very, very quick.
And that's when you talk about like how you want to deal with Smoke as an opponent. Risk.
Right, yeah, I think you're going to have kind of two strategies. One would be accept that he's going to counter zone you. Your fireballs are not going to be super efficient. Just play the game, patient, bait him out, punish him. Or rush down the rush down guy. And like someone like Liu Kang who might have faster normals up close, be able to poke him out, go for your own mix-ups, that kind of stuff.
Got it.
Cool.
But he is definitely going to bait mistakes, punish people that are, you know, getting too big for their britches, and then go for his big combos and all that. And I think he's going to be really exciting to watch.
Awesome. We should probably take a look at the. Are you doing anything more?
No, I think we should show you the Fatal Blow.
Let's do it.
So
Ooh, yeah.
this also goes with
Do
the
that.
speed. It'll track you no matter where you on screen, and it's an overhead. So check out this.
All right. Blam.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
So,
He's totally cool.
Any last notes about Smoke?
No, I'm just really excited to see like the really creative players mix him up with different cameos and stuff, and then go crazy with the cancels and all that. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, some of my favorite characters to watch are the ones that have this sort of, like we've talked about it before, this like ballet of destruction where everything's just moving around, flipping out, all that sort of thing. So that's super exciting.
I'm excited to get to play him. Like, he looks more of like this type of characters that I would be into, just rush down, constant pressure.
Yes, just give me some rush down. Give me pressure.
Yeah, definitely a character I could see you getting on.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, yeah, I think Smoke's probably going to be in my rotation of characters, my repertoire, if you will. See how you handle it.
Hopefully well.
Yeah, and I think Smoke's a character that's changed throughout the last 30 years.
Oh, he was my absolute favorite in MK3, right?
He's
like,
literally been a robot, and I think this is probably the most ninja-like. His animations,
they
all
gave
that
Smoke
Kombat, I think is really neat.
So we're going through
Invisible
this
50/50s.
stream is sort of like we're kind of hitting a character from most of the trailers we've shown. We got
Yes.
we got Smoke from earlier. We got Geras coming up from his solo shot, and now let's tell us a little bit about Ashrah.
So, Ashrah is from Mortal Kombat Deception. She was then in Armageddon, and she's been absent for 17
Whew.
I was
years.
right.
There's a whole
That
bunch
Blue
of
was
fans
Deception. I thought it was
never
Deadly
even
Alliance.
seen her in a game because they may have started
Right.
with X or, who knows what MK9.
Nine.
or
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This is really exciting, and I am super happy to see
This is a brand new character for a lot of our newer players. Right.
And it's been so long since we've seen her. She's kind of been redesigned and reimagined anyway. So she's got a real fresh coat of paint. So let's check her out.
Let's do it.
All right.
So Ashrah is a demon who has found an artifact, the Chris. It's a mystical sword. And when she slays demons with it, it purifies her soul. So she fights with the Chris all the time. And you could imagine that gives her exceptionally good range.
How many bad things do you think she's done that she's constantly having to purify her soul?
She is literally a demon from the nether realm, so I think she's been a bad girl.
All right.
She's been through it.
All right. She's done a few bad things.
You can see almost all of her normal attacks use her weapon. Like, she's got a super good uppercut.
Which is going to give her good range
Yeah,
instantly.
even her sweep uses her sword.
Little bop there.
I
That's a
can
professional
definitely see
term.
myself
we
getting
all know
mad when
that's
that
the
sword
I've played
tags me over
Dan in
almost
cinematics plays a
halfway
lot of
across.
The range
halfway
she
across
keeps you at
screen.
is one of those sort of frustrating ranges.
Right. Let's go over her throw. The slashy slash.
The slashy slash. We got a bop. We got a slashy slash. Ooh. Little frost throw.
And now let's go over special moves because they are very neat. She has a really unique play style. So the first thing she has is projectile, which is not a typical fast, tiny projectile. It takes up a ton of real estate on screen. Does not go full screen, and it's not the fastest in the world, but it reaches almost to the top of the screen.
So you're not jumping it.
Exactly.
Right.
And you're not ducking it.
Exactly.
Good one,
She
Tyler.
also has crisscross, which is a sword slash, which is an excellent combo ender, and control kind of the ground and the air. And what's one of the ways you beat like long range footsie tools?
You beat?
Beat it, yeah, by jumping. So you could say crisscross makes you
Jump.
Oh yeah,
Set
good luck
these
for me. 'Cause I don't know
Oh,
who's
yeah,
gonna be jumping mad.
Look, I don't understand why people say this is cringe. I don't get that.
No, not at all.
It's my least favorite term on the internet, by the way.
So, did any of the attacks you were just showing have EX versions?
Yes. In fact, I'll show one right now. The sword uppercut, which when you EX it, allows her to combo.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure you use a
Projectile and
cameo to
electricity
extend that.
crossity.
They just do more damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think crisscross has a pop-up.
Okay, cool.
So thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, team, no problem.
And then lastly, we have the Ghost Dash. So this is a cool move where she sends a ghost, travels as far as she wants, and she can cancel it.
Nope.
And she can also do
Does that make you invulnerable as you're doing it?
that goes behind you.
But you're following it.
Exactly.
So, for the most part, she's got a bunch of range attacks.
can you hit her out of
And
it?
she can get distance with her sword attacks. So she really kind of plays that mid to far game. And if you try jumping in at her, she has that special move that just is a rising sword attack that's just then going to allow her to extend air combos.
Exactly.
Nailed it.
But there's one really cool mechanic involved in all this that makes her just an added layer to make her a little bit more in depth.
Tell us about that layer. Let's
She
peel
can
that onion.
Tap into her dark side, and this changes the properties on most of her special.
Okay.
Her fireball becomes a ground spark. It can reach full screen.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
Short, medium, and far version.
Okay. And so that you have to choose which version, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Pretty quick.
To controlling the field. What's the got like a little debuff going on?
Gotta turn it back on.
All right. Gotta turn on the darkness.
Her shadow charge completely changes, and now it actually teleports her to the location.
Okay.
And she can again cancel it,
Okay. Okay.
or actually go directly to where the ghost is. And she can use that to go behind you, she can cancel it, and she can still do the quick attack.
Okay.
Now, one thing you might notice is when she's doing these moves, the opponent is getting dark side attached to them. which
Yeah.
can stack
Those little
up-
swirly things
Yeah,
around
so
there,
you
right?
have dark side stacks?
Which can stack up to 3 times. Once she turns back to light, all of her light attacks will then do an extra
That is
damage,
cool. That's, I
depending on how
that I
many
could
stacks
imagine.
she has.
Very cool.
You just apply a
Now,
debuff.
some of the,
Okay.
the ghost slashes. Can you do any of those in the air, anything like that? Yeah.
She can do all the ghost flashes in the air and drop down.
Now, do you have
She can do
to
attacks,
wait until the
combos
dark
with
buff
it.
What
ends,
can't
or
she
can
do?
you switch in and out of it to catch up? Okay.
I don't think she has a command grab.
She does not have a
Okay.
So,
Or a pure
Oh, it
soul.
looks like you can.
So playing
Okay.
as her, your goal is really you're switching back and forth and back and
Exactly.
forth to get
Yes.
as much damage as you can.
Yes, you're going to be wanting to switch it back and forth depending on the range you're at, what the opponent's tools are. And,
You can really
know.
min
And you're
max your
just
damage.
and you're locking them down
Exactly.
with distance anyway, too.
So, let's talk about cameos. I chose Frost.
Okay.
You might be saying, now how am I supposed to be switching in and out in the middle of a fight?
Right.
Liu Kang's going to be advancing on me. He might do his flying kick, his fireballs, and all that. Well, let's cover a couple of Frost moves. One is the ground ice, straight from Deadly Alliance. Super fast, low combo starter.
And it seems to cover like a majority of the screen.
Exactly. This is going to be a big time.
Is this actually gonna make me
movement check.
Want to
when you're
use
fighting.
Frost?
You could let it rip at any time. It's going to be super dangerous. And that's going to keep the opponent on their toes.
And then boom, you've hit it. Swap.
Exactly. She also has Orby Orb,
Orby Orb.
where she sends a frozen orb out. A slow-moving orb that'll freeze the opponent if it hits them.
And you gotta respect that, that's basically it.
Exactly. A perfect time.
The fact that sub has a
Going.
Cool.
And then lastly,
projectile invincibility
Yes.
buff that he can add
the
to
black-type move that's a
main
super
character.
quick
That
combo
looks
entry.
that's very
Or if she
very
holds
cool.
it, she gets a secret
He
special
did to
force
Smoke
move
while he was
where she gets
invisible.
Stabby stabs. And if you block, you can see.
That is
this
wild. So it's a true
block at the
it
control
is
block.
true guessing game, and you can't use a projectile to hit them out of it because it's half invincibility. By the time they're already up your butt,
To be going for
common you
And
with
that's
the
a
death.
low too that you're doing there.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And all, now the meter burner hold down stabby stab. Did that cost any additional meter or anything like
I
that?
believe it's still the same as regular.
Okay.
I believe. I do not have the cooldown times.
Okay.
and also something to mention, still game in progress. Things
Yeah.
are still being tweaked and
Yes.
balanced and whatnot.
Totally.
So things you see here, damage-wise and that sort of thing, may change. Obviously. So.
So-
just
Oh,
keep that in mind.
there's a very good chance.
Yes.
There's a very good chance.
We'll
they will
all
do.
remember the combo I did back in
Oh, here he
11
goes.
that just didn't work later.
No.
And I
the
still
Dundee.
The Dundee. Yeah.
Dundee, and I still hear about it to this day.
So let's check out our fatal blow. I think the wings are so rad.
No, yeah. Huge fan of the wings.
It's an audible gasp during the fatality.
Yeah.
Now this one is pretty cool.
And that is Ashrah. It is super exciting to have her back.
All right, so
I
last one is
love how we,
Geras.
again, take these
I
almost 20-year-old characters
the
and reimagine
trailer for
Welcome
Geras that they
back,
had
Ashrah.
really didn't
Still a
wow me.
demon.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping that maybe once they do the deep dive into him,
You
I
want to turn
might actually
the buzzing off of that one. The other one is.
show me a little something that I might be
So,
interested
Ashrah,
in.
so another character. Oh,
Lost my mic.
we're good.
You know, whatever.
Super excited. I loved being in the crowd when you see this a character like when Havoc popped,
Yeah.
and when Ashrah popped, and you have all these people being like, and of course there are some people, because I saw some videos later of people who like it's been so long, like you said,
Yeah.
where they're like, who is it? And it takes them a second, then they're like,
Oh yeah, when you
that's who
haven't
it
seen
is.
a character for 16 years,
Right.
it's completely acceptable for you to have to think about who it is, or if you got it wrong, it's okay.
Right.
You know, like
just like it was that was really cool. It's just because I think one of the we said earlier, but like we kept on teasing Reptile.
Yeah.
Reptile was getting teased over
a little
and over
bit.
again.
We did a little bit.
And just knowing in my heart what it was really going to be, how long it was going to be, and I mean,
Many people didn't know who Serena was.
right.
Right. And with her now having more of this demon form and things like that, right?
Ooh,
more of a
Serena, that
okay
make
to
me
not
mad.
know. You know,
Oh.
for sure.
But had a really great time with that, and I'm very excited.
Didn't know
too,
that.
because
Who knows?
I'm actually going to be doing it.
I thought it might have been like a different
You're gonna
skin.
do a character break.
Oh, the
How
demon
many times
form
are you
that
gonna
was
mess up
right next to
Inquest?
Havoc
I
in
don't know.
Okay.
You haven't
in the
played Geras
trailer.
a lot,
Oh,
so
okay,
I'm
okay.
I have, and we Steph and I went through.
Didn't
it
know Serena could
yesterday,
turn into a
and I
demon.
feel like
But
I
alright,
feel
cool.
like it went okay, and I was.
Okay.
I'm not doing a bunch of like that.
maybe.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
and that's the cool thing. Let me just talk real quick about Geras. Is he has a lot of tricky stuff you can do, but just on a base level, you can still, if you're not an uber pro, you can still do a chunky amount of damage.
Okay. Okay.
So Geras, just a quick thing about Geras' gameplay. He's a brawler,
Yeah.
right? But there are times where Geras wants to keep you away, like you want to stay away from them, so Geras can set up some of the traps we've been talking about that I'll be showing you in a little bit. So he can lock you down in those ways as well. I think Geras is going to be good for really a lot of players who like command grabs, players who like big brawlers, players who
like to play like Tyler.
players like that. But then also he has a lot of sort of maybe I guess upper level moves that some of the higher level players can leverage too.
Oh, yeah,
Which
yeah, yeah.
I've been playing Geras for a little bit now, and I'm just starting to test those.
Geras was pretty popular in MK11.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think in this game he's definitely a thinking man's grappler and
Right.
brawler.
Oh, see that
Well,
may be a problem.
Could be a problem. So let's actually go ahead and talk about him. I am gonna go with.
I do like his design
I'm
though,
going
not for
Goro.
nothing. I
Mainly
do like his
because I love
design.
Goro, and also he does help with my gameplay a lot, and we'll go
Right.
through that in a little bit.
Now
You
look
like a
at
team of
this
bigs.
compared
I
to
do.
the
So just real
Living
quick,
Forest.
Goro has
This
soul moves. He has
so
punch in the
bright
air, right?
and
So you can
vibrant.
Yep.
You can do that to sort of elongate combos sometimes, things like that. He also has Stomp.
You
Wait.
can't have Goro without Stomp.
Now listen, Stomp is different.
Oh.
Stomp takes your entire bar.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it is full.
See?
So I know people will be like Stomp.
Oh, so that's how they combat it being
and then finally,
a actual
there's a thing called the
unblockable
omelet toss.
if you hit them straight on and above the head at the same time.
No, that's punch walk.
And Goro looking
That's
kind of
punch walk.
small
Omelet
too.
toss where he will throw you up in the air.
Omelet toss.
Omelet top.
Ooh.
So that
Oh.
can be grabbed like if you're ducking, for instance. That can be it can be used to
Omelet toss?
Don't do that. So that's what I use. Now I want to go through some of the strings, and this will all kind of make sense a little bit how he works. Probably my favorite string he has is forward 4-4, which is just hits the ground, pops you up. It's a low.
Did he make a little sandcastle there?
He
What
makes
happened
a
there?
little sand at the end, boom, knocks you up. So for this, then you can start doing your air stuff. Let's go over the air stuff real quick. He has 4 unique grabs he can do in the air based off his air combos. So he has this.
Okay, show me some. Show me some.
The old pile driver.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Which you are a fan of.
I am.
And you can see that
Choke slam.
you switch sides of the opponents
Yes,
on
you can
that.
choose what side to switch. And then you can do this with different inputs.
All right, so with the air combos and the air grabs, you can get side
And when you
switch.
say with different
I'm
inputs,
guessing.
what do you
Different punches in the air.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Lead
Gotcha.
to different things. So one is 1-2, the other is 2-1.
Gotcha.
And then he's got this one where he'll just. Oh, I did that wrong.
It's really neat to see the air combat extend to grappling.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
It's actually very, very
air
cool.
combat.
That
Just
I'm not
a
used to
huge fan. I just
there
love it.
being
I'm so in love with it.
He also has
air
this,
combat
overhead
in Mortal
which is,
Kombat.
So it's not.
What?
It's not safe entirely, but you can throw this out there quite a bit. 'Cause
You
get
look,
a
there's
big amount of
doing
pushback.
more with air combat. That's very, very cool.
He's got back 1-2, which is neat because this is that range where you don't want to be here. Get a little closer, right? And that can be canceled too, so you can do like things like that.
Oh, you brought a buddy out.
I did. Let's do the throws real quick before I forget, because I know people get mad if we forget the throws, and I understand that.
They are very cool.
Goro comes in.
And Goro kind of got a glow up too for
He
anybody
did a
that
little
didn't
bit,
notice,
yes.
right? From the earlier first views of Goro, oh, he's gotten a glow up.
Oh, I don't want to forget this too, because I know people want to see that he does indeed have body splash.
And if a character has a body
Freaking
splash,
Ed Hardy?
that's instant means Tyler's gonna play them.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is one of the cooler moves too. He's got. I think we've all seen the wall he can do.
He's got a little belly bump. Little belly
and
bump.
you'll throw them through the wall. And here's the other thing: you can kind of throw this out, like from distance. Let me get a little far away from you. You can kind of, even like it's not a projectile, but it can be kind of feel like one in a way.
Right.
Alright, so he's kind of like more like a
Beginning
push and
reminds
pull.
me of how people block in No Mercy for N64.
It really does.
So that's important.
There it
too.
is. There
right.
it is. Yep. I'm gonna go over some specials now. So this is the one that changes his game.
Okay.
It's called Countdown, and he'll put a hourglass out, right? If, and this is what I was talking about, he wants to keep you out. Like got it. Now I have 3 loaded. Once he has 3 loaded, he can do it again. Up behind you, and now you are frozen. And the last.
Oh, but does that show
move
up
you
on
take
screen though?
Is the reaction you have, like the
Does
frozen
it
thing from
show
the
how many of those
if you
time
meter
stacks
burn
do
it-
you have?
You have 3 already. Now throw a projectile. I wasn't ready yet. Try again. So if you're, I got to read it harder. Go ahead. So if you do that, you can. If you're hard reading things like that, you can get behind him and whatnot.
Sure.
So once you have that out,
That's cool.
the game changes.
Right.
They are afraid of moving. Now it's blockable. It is blockable, but the game.
How are you gonna block that?
I played with people when they're starting to read it.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Here's another thing. Go ahead and do some damage to me.
All right, Geras is
Okay.
looking a little bit more interesting.
Now we have it set to 1% right now, but when you do that, the other thing you can do is if you meter burn the snap like that, you can redo what you've done, go back to where you were,
Rewind time,
and get your health back.
Oh, that's
And that
cool.
uses the same clock
Give him a resource to give him health back.
for the
Yes.
So
behind you.
you can charge the clock, and once that clock is fully charged at 3 times or
Yes.
whatever, then you have multiple moves that branch from that.
Yes.
Wow.
Now this it
There's
gets,
another layer.
It gets better.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't show you one of the different strings on purpose.
Oh, okay.
So you can do this. This string, as you see, brings out an hourglass, and guess what? That counts.
That counts.
That
does.
counts. That's
Oh.
cool.
Let's move
That's
on.
cool.
Let's move on to another move.
Okay.
Sandstorm, right?
Now, is there different distances for Sandstorm, or is it track?
Yes, there are.
Different distances. Gotcha.
It also can be a meterless launcher,
oh,
right? So you can do like this and catch them, but I didn't do that. Meterless launcher. Now, where they're standing in the sandstorm depends on where they like. If they're at the back of it, they'll fly backwards. If they're in the
Gotcha.
front of it, they're front.
That's
forwards.
science.
Now, if I meter burn it, you got to set. See that another clock? It'll time out and then explode. So you're kind of controlling space.
All right, now
But
I'm starting to
that
like
also
Geras a little
has
bit.
clock.
Geras a little bit more.
So
and that's going to
The
force
tone,
them
the
to
whole
either
time
advance
aspect
or
does
back
look
up.
cool.
Backup is good for you. Advancing, then
Right.
you can go for your mix-ups.
So, super cool stuff you can do with that. I really enjoy just hitting it, and then you can, that's something for later.
Oh.
So it could change the way the game's played.
Yeah. He plays his own game.
What I just showed was world stop, just back forward 1. You can just stop time, and I can do this.
So
I
is that
go on-
you
I can
can
go on
you
either
is that
side,
like a
too,
counter? Can you react to
where I
that?
can hold back and land there. If you meter burn it, it just turns into another time stop.
Oh man. He seems pretty nasty.
He is nasty.
Yeah.
He seems pretty
The
nasty.
effects are amazing looking too.
He definitely. He does have a command grab, which you can throw away.
I should do like that
or you
one.
can throw towards. Oops, sorry. Like that. Now here's the fun part. Let's say you're in the corner.
Let's say you're in.
Now I would love Liu Kang to be in the corner.
Right.
So I can do that, right?
Yep, there he goes.
Or if I want to do more damage, anytime you throw someone away from the corner, you get the one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's nasty.
So if I'm throwing so you can give up good spacing if you want to cash out that extra damage.
Damage or positioning.
Like,
yeah.
is this gonna end the round?
Right.
If I do that, throw them out.
Yeah, totally.
At least I would.
Yeah.
So that command grab is really great. It can also it'll combo too. Like if it's in the air, you can't combo on the ground, but if it's in the air, you can catch people.
The range on it is also very interesting.
Yeah, so you can do it from close, but also right about here. So
Yeah, that's really, really
you
good.
always and also just point blank.
Right.
So he's pretty much good up close, mid, and far.
Far, he has a little more trouble far.
Sure.
Far, he's going to be able to set up.
All right, so
his
I was gonna say,
stuff,
then
not
you're
get
just-
to
press
the
advantage.
You're putting up
mid to close
blocks.
But
range.
you also you can start
That's
getting
where
hit with
I
projectiles
play
during that
best.
period.
Right.
Right.
And also, like, you will notice the more you play against the Geras, the snap thing. I've been blocked on it a whole bunch of times, so people know that you're trying
Sure.
to set that up.
But now, obviously, then if they have the mental stack where they are then focused on blocking it or punishing it or doing fireballs, that means that's your opportunity. You've established that, you conditioned them. Now he could advance forward and go for his overhead, his low, his grab.
Right.
If you're doing something that makes the opponent pause, then you've won.
And is it more dangerous sometimes to hold it for a full round?
Exactly. Yes.
Right. And also, they may forget they're looking for the snap, and now they do a combo to you, and you just rewind out of it. You
Yes,
use it for that.
That's a great point.
So next thing we got. This is a. Oops, there it was again. Sorry. He's got this burst, right? Denial here, and it's just just kind of a pushback. You can
Get off
combo
me.
it.
Free room to
Right.
cancel.
Nope.
But I would say that's not the time you can do it.
Oh,
But the cool thing is,
Wait,
it
blue room
is
cancel?
metered. It does a
He's armored.
armor move. Yes, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So let's say I'm in the corner, and I want to wake up to it. I can. Oh, not me. There we go.
Gotcha. Get off of me.
And
Get
it's
off
really
me.
good if like I get jumped on in the. So like
Yeah, it's just your
Right.
get off me tool.
yes,
For sure.
So he does have that. I mean, I know Geras. It seems like he has a lot. I will say once you start playing it, it all sort of flows together very, very well.
Right.
Once you start getting the game plan down, he has this move here, which is really cool. So go full screen for me. I can do this, and now look, I am ethereal. Now hit me. If you hit me, I can take it. Oh, I can take a hit, right? So hold on, and then I will go back to where I started. You can do that with projectiles.
Oh,
right?
really?
But now I can do like things like this, where I will walk you down. I know I have a hit I can take, or I can walk you down, and you're like, "What's he doing? What's he doing?" And I can still do moves.
That's so cool.
Now here's where it gets crazy.
This has been pretty crazy already. Like, I don't know what the next level of crazy
Yeah,
could be.
we've never done one of these. You're like, but wait, there's more.
There is one more thing which I've actually had QA make a video for because I am not good at doing it yet, but it's really cool. So the meter burn version will freeze time, and you're able to use your clone and yourself. You'll see. Let's take a look at that video.
Whew.
ooh. Oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
Right.
It's really giving me some Kenshi vibes.
That part will probably be the last thing I put into my repertoire, and it'll
Right.
probably be something simple for myself as just an average player. But I've already started finding things that I can do with it. So that's Geras. I think he's a ton of fun. I've really
Oh,
enjoyed.
his fatal blow.
You're
Yep.
right.
I was gonna say he didn't do his fatal blow, bud.
Let's do that. Oh, right. So it is from about where you start a battle is where as its distance, and then it teleports to you and grabs.
Oh,
This is so painful looking.
oh.
He'll be fine.
He's okay. He's okay. That he did like one of those flash supers
Awesome.
in Injustice 2.
So
that is very cool.
That's Geras.
He's
That's
fine.
fair.
He just didn't
Yeah,
get
I
his
think,
whole
a
arm
lot of
ripped
times
out by
people
Goro.
like
That's fine. It's
brawlers
cool.
Or grapplers as being like simplistic or like, honestly kind of dumb and derpy.
Right.
And he's the opposite of that. He is a fairly complex, nuanced.
Well, he's got to protect the hourglass, so he's got to
Right.
be
He's a
fully
smart
loaded with
guy.
anything that he needs.
And like I said too, because I'm obviously like a lot of players out there, average if not a percent more,
Right.
and I've still found so much to do, and I haven't even scratched the surface of some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what players who are far better than me are able to figure out. Because right now, doing the stuff I'm doing, I'm having a blast.
Or if you just want to knock someone in the air and do a pile driver, you can just
Still
easily
fun.
do that too.
Still
Yeah.
fun.
And it happens a lot, and it's super cool. It's very easy to set up too, and it's awesome. So that would be. Oh, what do we got?
Birthday shout
Let's
outs.
do it.
I really felt you were about to wrap things up, and I was like, no,
Okay,
no.
got it.
Okay. All right, let me find my list. Excuse me, 1 second.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, why do people say we're dorks? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it. All right. Any names I butcher, please fix.
All right. So
All right.
let's-
Happy
after the
birthday,
birthday
to
shout-outs.
Bryce Butler. And
Go at it. We love it if each person wins around. That's pretty much. There's no rules.
There's no rules.
Have
no
a fight,
rules.
blocking included, make it look good. So let's take a look at that real quick.
No rule fight.
As I told your brother,
Ooh.
I'll abide no vigilantes.
You misread our intent, Li Mei.
Oh, now this is.
She has Cameo Frost. I misspoke, but I was right about Sector.
All good.
It's all good.
All
Yeah,
right.
give me some of that sector stuff.
Talk with that overhead. So one cool thing about her drop kick overhead is she can actually hold it and not commit the overhead part and just land.
Oh, really?
Oh, get over here.
Moves out of it, stuff like that.
We got some
Hidden
sector
missiles.
homing rockets too.
Homing rocket had to be there.
There we go.
Favorite stuff.
And I love the weird pose he gets in too. Doesn't backbend.
All right, so yeah, you can hit him at the invisibility. Obviously, you can.
Yeah, Cameo Sector has. He's exactly what you expect.
Right.
Teleport, flamethrower, immune
Some low poke and yeah.
So that Li Mei Lion uppercut move is really, really fast. The EX version can actually punish those.
I don't know why this reminds me, but where does Johnny come out in Guilty Gear?
I love her slide pop up.
I don't know why that reminded me.
So much fun to use.
Oh,
Oh,
the fatal blow.
The lie staggers.
I do not think Smoke is going to come back from this.
No, he smoked.
The ending
why
of the
is
one of my favorites.
freaking
The Lion.
Frost all kicked up? What's going on?
Oh, there's always round 2.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, big jump. That is the problem with
Ooh.
ice.
Especially when you're close like that.
Ooh.
Smoke going ham. That was a lot of hits on the smoke combo there. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, oh.
Oh, excellent. Tricky. There's the uppercut.
Does that sector uppercut track?
Yes, it does. And it pops up for a combo.
Nice.
Like obviously you let us block there instead of holding
Right.
through it. Like I mean, because the combo would have been over, but second comes in.
Establishes the rocket again.
Oh, smoke just smoking.
Good dominant win there.
Yeah.
Final round.
Doing that.
Fight.
Oh, the fact that he spins the karambit
Oh, the
in his hand, that's
lantern.
very cool.
Gotta dodge real quick on
Well,
These
smoke
smoke
is getting a lot of
combos
jumping,
and
so you
look
gotta
kind
use
of
the
tight.
lantern to let
The fact that you can like, drag them in on was it meter burn?
And then control the ear of the lantern is super fun.
Nice use of sector there to just get rid of that other camera.
Yes. Now you can see trading distance. Oh,
Oh,
there she goes. Ooh, committed to the
Ooh.
game. How to break her though. Remember, in this game, breaker takes 3 bars.
right.
And you have a cameo too.
Should more invisibility. Oh, I can imagine like once
Ooh.
your opponent can read you enough, invisibility is not going to
more
be
pressure,
as
there you go.
effective.
The EX anti-air smoke bomb to set up the smoke bomb or the
Finish.
rocket.
Smoke on it.
Ooh, what is this?
Love it.
There it is.
Love it.
My favorite in fatality.
I'm glad we were able to throw it in there.
One of my top 5
Put her in a
all-time favorites.
compactor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for that to the QA team. Always putting together amazing fights, doing great stuff.
Oh,
guys.
that was cool.
Well, that's it for today. We showed 3 characters. We haven't done that
That
in a
was
while.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Good breakdown. Saw some environments with Tiago.
Very exciting. We
And we
will,
covered all these eras. We got a character from the old arcade era, 2D era, 3D era, and then literally someone who debuted in the last game. There's
Right.
something for everybody.
and they are all a part of the new era.
That's right.
The new
Mortal Kombat
timeline.
So awesome! Thank you so much. I wanna make a promise for next time.
A promise.
We've been hearing this a lot, and we're not gonna do them every time. There will be a belt battle at the next stream. There will be a belt battle.
I don't
actually
believe it.
Don't know who you're gonna play.
Me?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
You guys will find
We'll
out.
find
So,
out.
Tune in next time. We'll have some more stuff to show you. No date yet, but we will be back as soon as we possibly can. And there will be a belt battle. You have something?
Pre-order. Be sure
Yes.
you pre-order it. Get Shang Tsung. And do you have anything about the beta coming up?
August 18th.
Ooh.
We do that. We can start playing together and
Ooh.
against each other, and I'm excited about that. So
Yeah.
Beta?
Johnny Cage, Li Mei, Frost. I'm really excited to see what people do with Johnny Cage. He's
Oh, for sure.
crazy.
I'm really excited to win 5 matches and then lose again.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get on with my Li Mei and Frost win.
Is it
that
an open
20
beta?
minutes, then be like,
Please
yeah,
let it be an open
Getting
beta.
smoked.
unwashed.
I actually want a
Well,
chance
thank
to
you all
actually
so much
play
for
this.
joining us. Thank you for joining us at Evo. Thank you for following us on this journey and being there for us. It's been an incredible time, and we'll see you very soon right here on the Kombat Cast.
Bye.
All right, that was very, very cool. It's the Geras is now. I really didn't give him much thought when I first saw his trailer. He was like, yeah, he looks okay. After seeing how he adds up his time stacks and he can use it within combos, kind of side switching on throws, very, very cool. Smoke, I'm most looking forward to. Smoke looks very, very cool. Ashrah. I don't think I'll be playing her as much, but Smoke, absolutely. It's spinning the Karambit around in the Smoke is very, very cool. And the fact that Smoke has invisible character, he's supposed to have this character 50/50s. While invisible, and Sub-Zero as a cameo can give you projectile invincibility. So good luck trying to block against it and trying to stop that. Very good luck to you. I'm probably gonna get blown up a whole bunch. Or better yet, Lee May in it just backed up and just did probably just did it like mid and knocked him out of the invisibility. But I'm gonna be so caught up. I was like, where you go? And now I'm eating a combo for like 25%. All right, but it was very, very fun. I'm very interested on what they have coming up next. As well as they said there was a beta coming up on the 18th. Hopefully the beta can be open enough to the general public, because like I said, I do want to be able to try and play this and play some of the characters in this and hopefully get you guys to see some of this. All right. Once again, this looks better and better and better and better, and cannot wait to play more of this.